sometimes they don't like to go in, but it did go in. Good. Okay, well, we just came back from getting all this repair work done on the car, and from the electrified garage, and just went and supercharged afterwards, and I just hit a deer at like 75 miles an hour.
You ran over it. You didn't hit it in terms of
right. I didn't.
It over.
But what happened was I had the cruise control and the autopilot set up like about the speed, 76 miles an hour, and I saw this giant pool of blood. You can see it red all over, and I was looking at it, and then I look up, and there's this huge body of a deer, and I either didn't have enough time to react, or if I did, I don't know, I may have swerved off the road. If I did, I think I reacted a little bit, but I hit it. I felt the driver's side front tire slam into that deer's body that was laying dead on the road at like 75 miles an hour, and it hit hard. You said the glove box popped open?
The glove compartment.
It just popped open all by itself, and I don't know. I mean, I feel like maybe I'm feeling a vibration, but I don't know. It's hard to tell. It's very hard to tell right now. I just don't know. And of course, we haven't even stopped, but I can tell you there's nothing so abnormal to where I need to stop the car. And there's nothing we can really do anyway, but I don't know if there's any cosmetic damage or we hit something else. You know, if it hit part of the body and ripped it off, I don't even know. But it was a huge animal that we hit, and it was a really hard impact. That's all I know. And we just had the work done, and I've never hit anything like that in this car before. So I thought that there was one time in Florida we hit some piece of trash, a bucket or something. I remember that. It was a big bucket.
We hit a raccoon once too.
Oh yeah, and that tore up some of the wheel well inside. Yeah, that's right. That did happen. That was much, much smaller than this animal, and it was a much, much lower speed. This is pretty high speed. So if I didn't need front end work before, I'm going to need it now. Well, I'm sure it's not helping things, but I hope that there's something else wrong. I'm trying to feel for vibrations. I mean, I do feel a little something, but I felt a little something before too. This car isn't perfect. It's got 100,000 miles on it. I don't feel anything that's alarming or anything like it was before I got the work done. I don't think. Anyway, that's my report. So I hit a deer at just over 100,000 miles, dead deer laying on the road at like 75 miles an hour, and somehow survived, hopefully without any kind of mechanical or cosmetic damage. And just keep watching. I'll report on this more in the future if I find anything out. Maybe when I look at it in the daylight. Yeah, in the daylight. Okay, this is the day after I hit either a deer or a moose, and this had all the work done on the car. So I want to see if I can see anything here. You can see my shadow. I mean, I hit it straight on the front, and it was bad. And it was at like 75 miles an hour. I can see, oh yeah, I can see something right there. You see this gap with this panel? Well, that's what it looks like on that side. And here, it looks like a little bit different. I can see, look, see that? I think that might be some blood. There was blood all over the road. It's crazy. Let's see. I just had all this work done. It's crazy that happened, like right after. That's my knee, sorry. Did we see anything underneath the car? I don't think so. I mean, it was a miracle I didn't wipe out at that speed. Hitting a giant object. It was either, like I said, a deer or a moose. And the car started to swerve out of control but right after impact. And the glove box opened. So it was obviously a severe impact. And obviously none of the airbags went off. So it wasn't that severe. But everything seems to be okay. I mean, it's a miracle that nothing else happened, I'd say. And like I said, I didn't hit a deer that was standing up. This deer or moose was laying down on the ground. It had already been hit. First thing I saw was a giant, giant puddle of blood all over the road. And that distracted me. I saw this and I'm like, holy shit, look at that. And I guess I just assumed that it was hit and thrown to the side or something, but it was right after that, like another 50 feet or so, 100 feet, and this was in the dark. This was at night. There's the body laying on the road, and I just could not get out of the way. And even if I did, if I swerved so hard because of where I was in the lane, I was on autopilot. Autopilot didn't react to it, okay? If I would have reacted more in advance, I could have potentially lost control and just gone off on the side of the road. Who knows? So this may have been the best way that it got handled. So it's amazing that that's it. As far as I'm concerned, that's amazing. That's just dirt. Oh, there goes the door. I think that's just dirt on the rims. I don't think there's anything else. I got something here. That could have been from that. Could have been from something else. Who knows? Well, let's see. Look at this. Where this connection is here. I want to see what that looks like. Yeah, actually, it looks like it might have been shoved out a little bit. I wonder what that looks like on the other side. Let's go take a look. Over here, yeah, there's not as much. Look, see, it's tighter. I feel like maybe something happened there. Also, that may not be able to be fixed. Huh. That's what that looks like. Let's go look see what that looks like. No, it's not perfect, but I think it's all right. So, well, I guess I should feel fortunate about how that worked out. And hopefully when nothing else, I'll notice it's not right with the car. So if you ever hit anything like that on the highway, let me know. You know anybody that's hit anything like that? Let me know in the comments. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And hit the thumbs up bell for notifications. We'll see you in the next video.